it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out. But you know my slogan, you know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. Now listen, man, you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, getting to that guap, stacking that paper, that cheese, that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex, that time, energy, are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all time. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's tapped into the channel, everybody that's highly invested, understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. We on our way to the top. We are not stopping. 30,000 plus subscribers is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to y'all. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to Grown Man Business TV. You know what I mean? I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in this lane. You know what I mean? So big salute to you for making your way to the Realest channel on YouTube. This is pure dope you about to get your hands on. Don't worry. You ain't going to have to go to no other trap house. You ain't going to have to go to nowhere else. You know what I mean? So big salute, man. You already know. Wipe your feet off before you step into the big house. You know what I mean? Wipe your feet off. Leave your shoes at the door. You know what I mean? And get ready for some pure A1 content on this beautiful Saturday night. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are locked in. Make sure your notification bells are ringing every time I hit this button. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about it. So you see the thumbnail. You know what I mean? You see the title. See how we doing. You know, Donald J. Trump, he eliminates food stamps for millions of Americans. You know what I mean? He slows down federal funding. You know, we want to stop this real quick. We want to double back. We want to take a look at where this money is being spent. We want to figure out where these federal funds are ending up. So food stamps, we're going to slow that down. We're gonna take a pause on that. And it's a lot of people in America that are, you know, they got their panties in a bunch. They feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? They're not feeling Donald Trump. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, what you got to understand is the majority of those people are dog fur having people. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about how, you know, for so long, FBA, Foundational Black Americans, our parents, our mothers, our aunties, our families were struggling, you know, trying to make $1 out of 15 cent. Word to Tupac Shakur. That line, that bar, this music, this culture we cultivated. It's words to live by. It's words that we resonate with, because for so long our mothers, our grandmothers was trying to make $1 out of 15 cent. You understand what I'm saying? And the misconception of government assistance, the false narrative of government assistance. You know, the whole narrative that black people are lazy and black people don't want to work and government assistance is for black people and project housing and Section 8 housing is for black people. The misconception, when the whole time, the whole government system, the whole government setup was put in place to help elevate white people, respectfully. Them dog fur, that dog, you know that dog fur stank. You know that dog fur smell like Sassoon shampoo and Newport 100 smoke straight to the dog fur. You know that, hold on, big salute to the chat. You know that dog fur that I'm talking about. I'm talking about that dog fur right there. I can't make this up when I tell you about the dog fur. I can't lie to you that the dog fur is dog furring. I can't hide it that the dog fur is doing what the dog fur like to do. And I don't want to deny you of the dog fur. I don't want to stop you of the, I don't want to do that. I can only give it to you raw, pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. And I don't want to get off track, but the dog fur, that dog fur stank. And the narrative was that black people need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, that black people need to go to work, that black people need to work harder, when the whole time, the whole system been set up for them people. You know, them people that like to kiss them dogs in the mouth. I ain't gonna say nothing. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But we're gonna talk about that because a lot of people are in a frenzy. And my message to FBA is, again, back up, close your mouth, don't say nothing. This war ain't got nothing to do with us. Everybody is gonna feel what we've been feeling for hundreds of years. Everybody on American soil is going to get a taste of what FBA culture and FBA business and FBA people have been going through since we can remember. Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Word to Tupac Shakur. Y'all didn't know that it's always been more white people on food stamps than black people? Did y'all know that it's always been more white people on Section 8 or public housing than black people? Caucasian people make up over 60% of the American population. I always tell y'all this. It's a reason why foundational black Americans have to be infused in every inch of the culture, in every aspect of American culture. Foundational black Americans, we have to be thrown in there. So when it comes to government assistance, they make y'all think that we getting it. The whole time, they was getting it. Yeah. When it come to food stamps, they make it seem like black people and, Mother Bertha and them hood rats, they was getting all the public assistance. They was getting all the food stamps when really it's them trailer parks that we don't talk about. You know them trailer parks in your city that nobody goes over there? You know them trailer parks where all those people live at that we don't really frequent, we don't go? Those people are living in Section 8. That's low-income housing. Those trailer parks are low-income housing. You can rent one of those trailers with a Section 8 voucher. See, I'm just going to give you some game tonight. I was going to double back and we was going to talk about some things, but you know what? I got to be very intentional. And right now, tonight, I want to expose all of the real people that are feeling the squeeze from this federal funding style. It's not us. Black people, it ain't us. We pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps, and the majority of black people, we don't even qualify for food stamps. See, let me give you some game. Most of the black people that they go to work every day. They make too much money. They don't qualify for the food stamps that they're talking about. We don't qualify for the public housing. See, they don't tell y'all this. That's why you got to come to Grown Man Business TV. I don't know a black person. I don't know a person personally that qualifies for food stamps or qualifies for public housing. We all make too much. All you got to do is work at McDonald's and you make too much money for food stamps. So every play is a play action play that they trying to run on FBA business. Every time you see something in the news, every time you see another executive order being signed, they try to direct it towards black people as if it's going to affect us. And what I'm here to tell you, it don't affect us. This is not our war. Any and everything that they can do on American soil, we already went through it. We went through mass incarceration. We went through everything. Losing our communities, losing our land. You think taking some food stamps away is going to stop our mothers from feeding us? You think denying us some food stamps and our mothers ain't going to come home with a pack of turkey thighs, a pack of chicken thighs, chicken wings, chicken breasts? Our mama ain't going to come home and cook that meal? It's your turn to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. We don't want to hear no crying. Put that dog fur in a ponytail and get to work. Put that dog fur in a nice, business bun and go fill out some applications. It's time that you go to work. It's time that you pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Don't come crying to us. Why am I speaking on this? Well, you got to know something. A lot of my people, we'd have become, I don't want to say soft. I want to say we have become more lenient. The majority of my people have really, become soft, and we want to help, and we want to cater. And you still got some war generals like Grown Man Business TV that's gonna tell my people, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. We ain't about to march, homie. We ain't about to protest. This ain't got nothing to do with us. Do what you been doing, black man. Get up and go to work. Do what you been doing, black woman. Get up, go get your money, support your family. This ain't got nothing to do with us. When we was on food stamps and we was hurting and we was going through mass incarceration and we was going through discrimination and we was going through redlining and we was going through slavery and we was going through all these things, Willie Lynch, all of these things, nobody wanted to ride with us. Small exception of people was riding, but the majority of white people, they wasn't riding with us. The majority of Asians and Latinos, they wasn't riding with us. And now it's your turn. It's your turn. And I feel like the only thing we need to do as black people is we need to say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Work harder. Work harder, homie. Dude, you got some boots on? Well, pull yourself up by the straps of those boots. We did it. Look at us, very successful. Big houses, pools in the backyard. Yeah, got my feet up right now. Your ancestors would be rolling in their grave at the fact that it's a black man like Grown Man Business TV living better than half of you Caucasians out there. It's time for exposure. Racism is what got y'all in the position that y'all are in today. And we're going to talk about this. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button, man. This shit is free. Stop playing. Never play with yourself. Stop playing with yourself. It's a black man, it's black people out here that are literally living better than you are. And your ancestors went to war and stole this land, and y'all can't even get it together. You worried about food stamps. Godly. Who would have thought we ever see the day where the truth come out? Where y'all can't hide it no more, and y'all gotta show us. Oh yeah, they crying. They heard. Let's look at some of this. Big salute to the chat. Let me handle some business real quick. Yeah, when I get in here, I don't always get a chance to handle the business and do the due diligence before we get into the chat. That's why I got shooters. If y'all see something going crazy, y'all see somebody trolling, y'all know how to shoot, y'all know how to do. But this is what I like to do. I'm gonna show y'all something. Watch this. Watch this. Look at the bottom of the chat. Look right there at the bottom. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. Boom. Watch this. Look. There it is. There it is. Oh. You want to troll? Hit the subscribe button. You want to talk in the chat? Hit the subscribe button, baby. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to tell Grown Man Business your opinion? You want to speak to me directly? That's okay. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and then you can talk all you want to talk. But you're not going to talk for free, baby. That ain't how this works. That ain't how this work, baby. You not gonna run your mouth in my chat for free. Hit that subscribe button, and if you want to talk, you do it. If you don't want to talk, sit down in the back of the class. You can get this lesson, you just can't talk, baby. You can't talk, but you can get this game I'm gonna give you. I know you don't like when I talk about the dog fur. I know it triggers you when I get to talking about that dog fur, but I ain't gonna stop talking. Smell like a sheepdog. Smell like a golden retriever. It smell like a Labrador. You ever seen a golden retriever and a Labrador? You ever smelt that dog fur inside the house? And I got something I'm gonna show y'all on why I continue to talk about the dog fur. But you gonna hit the subscribe button. You will not talk to me for free. Oh, you thought you was gonna talk to grown man bathing TV on a Saturday night for free? Shit. I can't make this up. And I got something. We gonna get into some things. Oh, let me hit the monetization. I want to get paid for this. Let me hit the monetization button real fast. Now we got the monetization on. So you make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button. I got something to prove with this. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, what it do, Wisdom B? We back. We gonna talk tonight. You know, it's a serious thing what's going on. It's a beautiful thing as well. That you got a white man in office laying down the law, because when it come to big business, there is no color. When you get to a certain level on the spectrum, there is no color but green. Their only color is capitalism. So you got a white man that y'all thought was riding with y'all. Y'all saw the MAGA hats. Y'all saw Donald Trump. And y'all forgot that Donald Trump used to party with Snoop Dogg, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Nelly. Y'all forgot that Donald Trump rolls and likes to chill with black people. Y'all thought Donald Trump was a racist. Y'all got it wrong. Donald Trump is a businessman. And the first thing in business is called audit. That means we gonna stop everything going on. We're gonna stop every penny. We're gonna stop every dollar. And we're gonna figure out where all the money is going. And guess what? A lot of that federal funding is going to low-income white people. A lot of that federal funding is going into the trailer parks. It's going out there into the country areas where the sundown towns is at, where these low-income white people live at. Now the CNN, Fox News, all these fake news outlets, they make you think that it's black people getting this money. Well, I'm here to tell you, we don't qualify. We make too much goddamn money in the black community to qualify for food stamps. So when you go on TikTok, when you go on Instagram, when you go onto all these social media outlets, all you see is, matter of fact, I'm going to show you these white women that I'm talking about. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button and stop playing. Oh, it's 300 people in here, 269 people in here. Let's let that dog fur get the dog furring. Go ahead and talk to him, Miss Dog Fur. We want to hear you out. Go ahead and talk to him now.
You mean in other countries, everyone can own homes because they're not paying $2,000 a month in rent, or that their mortgages aren't like their entire paycheck?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Good morning, good afternoon.
Oh, my bad. My bad. That's my bad. Let me figure this out. My man, he done came in and disrupted the whole. Hold on, brother. Let's figure this out. Oh yeah, we about to get into this now. Salute the Kenyan Beast. I like his material. I rock with him. Let's see what we got here. Hold on real quick. And let's make sure we on point with this. All right, here we go. Big salute to the chat. Let's listen to this.
I'm talking that white hot, I need to sink my teeth into something and scream kind of rage. Because what do you mean? That it never had to be this hard for us? Like, what do you mean in other countries they don't have to spend 20% of their paycheck on groceries? What do you mean in other countries everyone can own homes because they're not paying $2,000 a month in rent, or that their mortgages aren't like their entire paycheck? What do you mean that people in China work one job and they don't even work 40 hours and they can easily afford their life? And then I'm over here working 60 hours a week, just me as a single parent, to like barely make ends meet, and I'm penny pinching every single second, and like there's so much of life that my kid misses out on and that I miss out on because of money and like work and no social support net. And you mean to tell me that it didn't have to be like this. They keep us in these chains on purpose, and it never had to be like this. Like, I did everything right. I went to college. I had to drop out of college to take care of my mom when she was sick because, again, no social services, like, no safety net. My dad worked his whole life and died and left everything to my mom. My mom was disabled, and she lived on credit, and, like, she barely made ends meet, and she did everything she was supposed to. And I did everything I was supposed to, and it just keeps getting worse.
Oh, ma'am. Oh, you didn't know? You never knew. See, the beautiful thing about this black people, FBA, my people, we already went through this. We know how it feel to have to work to the bone. She said her daddy died, and you work till you die. What you thought this was? And see, this is what I'm gonna tell you about Caucasian people respectfully, right? They always get gangster, right? Until it's time to take action, and then they get to crying. So this whole time, ma'am, you was putting that dog fur in a bun. You thought you was upper echelon. You thought you was a part of the country club and all of that. Shedding that dog fur all over the damn place. You're looking down on black people. Oh, there's black people in here. Huh? Donald Trump take them social services away, and now you're crying, and you're asking, and you're hoping, and you're wanting some type of empathy. She called food stamps a safety net. That was crazy. I did not know that social services was a safety net. This lady said she did everything right. You did everything right but denounce racism. You did everything right but listen to the disadvantage, to black people. When we was telling you, when we was telling y'all, when we showed y'all what was going on, when we showed y'all how they was treating us, and now you getting treated the same way. And now you want some type of empathy. And what you got to understand is majority of black people take their ass to work every day. It's a very small percentage of us that just don't do nothing. We done turned the tables around. Majority of black people go to work every day. So, what do you want from us? What kind of empathy? We understand how it goes. Work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. We understand what it's like to be in a house with a single mother. She providing for us. She got to work. We at the house by ourselves. What you talking about? But now that it's your turn, we don't have to get involved with this. My people, listen, FBA, Foundational Black Americans, all we got to do is get out the way. The illegal immigrants, that ain't got nothing to do with us. Deportation, that ain't got nothing to do with us. White flight and food stamps and social service, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. How you think we got in the position that we in? Now I wanna give y'all, and salute to these beautiful black women that are just giving this game up. We are at a time in history where it is going to be okay to hold white people accountable. And this is not for all white people. There are different levels. And I want you to understand this, that white people understand these levels. White men like Donald Trump don't rub shoulders with white women like this lady right here. There's no unity. Successful, high-end white people, they look down on trailer park trash. So I want you to understand that. They always talk about there's no unity in the black community. There is no unity in any community. It's called classism. It's classes, different levels to this. Millionaire white folks don't rub shoulders with white women. Donald Trump wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. She couldn't bust that coochie. Donald Trump wouldn't stick a finger in this white lady right here. So I'm just telling you that so you can understand that this ain't got nothing to do with like being racist. This is just real. And we are at a time in history where white people, Caucasian people, are going to have to take full accountability for the racism, for the laws that they pass. Caucasian people vote and pass laws just to spite black people, just so we can't get it and we can't enjoy it and we can't take advantage of these, these benefits of living in America. They will vote against it. And all of that racism has turned around on you guys. It's a time where people are going to start saying, listen, the reason why America is in the position that it's in is because you guys, your ancestors, your voting power, your racism. I'm only here to give you that pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. I got a lot of white counterparts that I rub shoulders with. I know people from all races. Millionaire white men, they don't even care about your color. They care about it's called capitalism. You don't get to sit in the same room with these millionaires if you're not a millionaire. They don't care what color you are. Let's listen to some of this. Big salute to the chat, man. Big salute to the chat.
That racism.
Has made them the wokest people of 2025.
All the white people going on Hongshu, and they're like, oh my God, China, they have everything. Their food is cheap. They have good schools, blah, 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 blah. Why don't we have that? Racism. It's because of racism, babe. Yeah. And post-Reconstruction era South, after those traitors lost the Civil War, the South was devastated. This is just an example. The South was devastated, like in every way you could think of. The Northern troops had burned their farmland. They had blown up railroad tracks so you couldn't transport anything. They liberated all the enslaved people. They had burned their houses to the ground, okay? The South was... it was so bad. Northern newspapers were sending down photographers to take photos, to take photographs, and they were going back up north, and the editors and photographers were selling little books to other Northerners, like poverty corn. That's how bad the South was after the Reconstruction era, after the Civil War, or the Reconstruction era. Do you know what white Southerners' primary concern was? Not housing and feeding and clothing their families, not trying to rebuild their economy. No. It was making sure they inflicted massive physical, mental, and economic terror on formerly enslaved people in the South. That was their modus. That was their modus operandi. That was very important to them. More important than rebuilding their economy was harassing black people. And that's just an example of the centuries white people have spent cutting off their own toes just so we don't have anything. But the gag is, now you don't have anything either. We don't have anything, but neither do you. And that's why we don't have nice things. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Now, we're going to get a little bit further into this, right? But this is stemming from a lot of white people are looking at China, and they're asking themselves, why is China so more advanced than America? Why is it so cheaper to live in China? Why are these things happening? And over here, we done got to a boiling point. And it's just like this young lady said, we got to be real about this. We got to be real about this particular situation where for centuries, the only thing that most white people cared about is stopping black people from growing, stopping America from being as great as it could possibly be. It can't be great if it's just white people. We already know that. The food ain't gonna have no season on it. Everybody ain't gonna have no rhythm. They're gonna be line dancing. They don't really make good music. We already know everything that makes America great is because it is infused with other cultures. We already know that. And We got to be honest that for centuries, they didn't care about making America great again. They didn't care about being a superpower. All they focused on was how to inflict torture and pain and how to muffle black people. Every time we built up a community, they burned it down. Every time we did something great, they stole it. All the way to Jack Daniels whiskey. Me and my friends, we never drunk Jack Daniels whiskey because the shit was only for white people. Come to find out, that was made by a black slave. And the black slave made Jack Daniels whiskey, and they was drinking it. And Jack Daniels was a slave owner, and he tasted the whiskey and he patented it, and he made his family rich off the recipe of a black man. So my point is, that's why you guys are in the position y'all are in. Because instead of voting, instead of making America great, y'all only wanted to hold back black people, not understanding it's nothing y'all could do to stop us. Y'all can hinder us. Y'all can prolong the process. Y'all could slow us down, but you can't stop us. Redlining, Jim Crow, Willie Lynch. Come on. All these things, racism, all these different things that y'all brought to the table to stop us, when what y'all really should have been doing was figuring out how to get everybody to the next level. America. Most white people forget you guys are immigrants. You guys are foreigners to this land. That's why your ass be sunburned all the time. You ain't supposed to be in Florida. You really ain't supposed to be in California. You're white. You ain't supposed to be in Texas. It's too hot. You ain't got no melanin to really protect you. That's why your ass got sunburned all the time. White people are foreigners. You are foreign to this land. You don't remember? They say Christopher Columbus came over here on a boat. He came on a boat. The other people came on a banana boat. Y'all all came over here on boats. My people was already here. We had already farmed the land. We had already cultivated the land. It was Negro farmers here before, but once the ice caps and all that melt and all that, the ice bearing melt, my people was already over here. All of y'all came over here on boats. We have to remind white people respectfully, your ancestors was not born over here. Y'all was in the Caucasus Mountains. The Caucasus, Caucasian, Caucasus. Listen. I know I'm giving you a lot of dope right now. Take your time with this. Don't put it in your pipe and smoke all of it. Caucasian, Caucasus Mountains. Y'all came from Europe and Spaniards. You're a foreigner to this land. I tell people all the time, yo, in Florida, y'all ain't supposed to be. You listen, a lot of white people be in Florida and they be acting like Florida belong to them. Y'all ain't supposed to be in Florida. This ain't y'all land. It's too hot. That's why you running around pink like Porky the Pig and all that. Your skin looking like Porky the Pig because you in 115-degree weather. Arizona, Texas, California. You ain't supposed to be over there. Yeah, you a whole Viking. You from the Caucasus Mountains. And it's amazing to me that we got to remind you of this. We got to remind you that you are an immigrant. You are not from here. Just let my man talk, man. I'm gonna let my man talk. Big salute to the chat. Let's look at this, man. Hit the like button too, man.
Me as a single parent to barely make ends meet, and I'm penny pinching every single second, and there's so much of life that
my man right here.
Miss out on and that I miss out on.
Look at my man.
Just cut it off right there. Dry up them fucking crocodile tears, Sarah. I don't care. I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because This is white people's fault. This is white people's fault. And now y'all want to boo-hoo and cry because y'all done got on that Chinese app and they done put the Uno reverse card on y'all ass and held up that mirror and told y'all, no, y'all are the brokies. Not us. We not the brokies. It's y'all. And y'all got to face the cold, hard reality that y'all have made this bed and now y'all got to sit in it. No, take accountability. Don't sit here and boo-hoo and cry and get on the TikTok and talk on the internet talking about what are we going to do? What are we going to do? No, what are y'all going to do? Because black people have been telling y'all for fucking decades. We have been protesting. We have been doing everything for all these fucking decades. And y'all have sat back and reaped the rewards thinking y'all was a part of the club because y'all was white. Y'all thought this shit was about race. No, it's always been about class. And y'all were never a part of the club. Y'all make up 60% of this country's population. There's no we, it's y'all. Every minority could vote or go against something or go for something that we know is good for the people. And y'all would turn it down because y'all have the overwhelming majority. So it's no we, it's y'all. Fix y'all shit. I know y'all don't like to take accountability for nothing, but now it's time. Y'all over there boohooing and crying because y'all seeing the Chinese Walmart and they over there paying $3 for a whole goddamn bag of groceries. Meanwhile, you got to pay $200 and barely fill up your grocery cart. See, all those things you're boohooing and crying about, FDR made that happen. But then it all went away in 1967. Why did I say 1967? What does that correlate to? Oh, the Civil Rights Act was passed. Integration happened. And then white people stripped away or voted against themselves to strip away all public services and entities and all those great things that y'all had prior to integration because y'all didn't want black people to have the shit. So y'all gave all that up in the 1980s when Reagan created trickle-down economics because y'all didn't want us to have. He gave us crack and trickle-down economics. And y'all was cool with that. Y'all made a deal with the devil and now y'all got to accept the consequences of y'all fucking actions. Y'all had affordable housing. Y'all didn't have fucking credit scores. Y'all didn't have you could send your kids to college for the free or for the low. We had advanced and effective public transit and services in this country. But y'all gave all of it away because y'all didn't want niggas to have access. Y'all fought so hard with things like red line and all these different things to hold black people back to keep us from getting a piece of the pie. Whole time they taking y'all pie. And now y'all gotta face the music. And y'all don't, now you wanna boo-hoo. Y'all let them pass the Patriot Act in the act of protecting us from terrorists. Use that Islamophobia against y'all dumb ass. Y'all let
My man talking good to him. He talking good to him. Hey, I got you, youngster. Hold on. Let me give him a little bit. Let me give him a little taste of this. And you talking. I like how you talking. This is why. Again, my message to my people and anybody that rocking with me that understand who we are as FBA foundational Black Americans is to fall back. They play on our emotions. They know that we not really evil like that. You know what I'm saying? We could turn war general and all that, but we more earth babies. We in tune with the stars and the trees. We understand, we feel things. So doing what y'all did to us, that ain't even in, we ain't even savage. Like, we don't even want to do that. It's time for us as black people to stop being used, stop being manipulated. Everything got to be about race. Everything got to be about this. Everything got to be about inclusion or when are we going to get together? Don't worry about that. We don't need to get together. Only time we need to be united is at the water hole. When I come get water, you come get water for your family. Y'all come get water for your family. That's the only place in the jungle where you see all the animals congregate together. Where the water at? But after I get water for my family, you get water for your family. You know what I'm saying? We talk about some things and we share some information. I'm going to take the water back to my village and you should be taking the water back to your village. We ain't got to hang out like that. You don't see bluebirds hanging with red birds. This is easy math. This is Mother Nature. This is something that trumps human ideology. God is the most high. Mother Nature, God. So you don't see brown bears hanging with polar bears. If your ass was from the Caucasus Mountain, you were supposed to do something with the Caucasus Mountain. You wasn't supposed to come over here and get to stealing land and shit. You don't see the polar bear stealing land from the brown bear. You don't see the Asian tiger stealing land from the Bengal tiger. You don't see that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't, so you gotta understand something. Y'all already messed up. Yeah, it's an Asian tiger. It's an Asian tiger. It's a tiger out there. The Bengal tiger. The Siberian tiger. You don't see a Bengal tiger going over there to Siberia trying to steal the Siberian tiger land. You don't see Bengal tigers and Siberian tigers hanging out together, B. It don't happen like that. You don't see that shit happen. So you got to understand something. All this unity that y'all keep talking, see that y'all want to be unified with us because y'all want to know what we doing. Y'all want to steal our ideas. Y'all want to steal our land. Y'all want to steal everything that we bring to the table. We was never really pressed about being unified with y'all. We was building communities and we wanted to be left the hell alone. That's it. We never asked for unification with Caucasian people. Stay your ass on that side of the track. Let us stay on this side of the track. We so great, y'all gonna end up coming on our side of the track. Goddamn, you hear about that boy LeBron James over there? Yeah, man, he's over there on the goddamn black side. Yeah, man, we heard he's great, man. We heard he's great. Do you smell that food? Man, what kind of seasoning? What kind of seasoning are they using on that side of the track where the black people? Let's go over there and see let's see what's going on. Wow, did you see Monique? Did you see Monique this morning? Wow, that black lady, man, Jesus. She's built like a Coke bottle. You know, Becky's not really built like that. Becky, I don't know what's going on. Becky's ass is flat and I don't like it. I want to go over there with Monique. I want to go where the black people are at. So y'all wanted to unify with us. What are you talking about? We are at a pivotal point in the war where everything is going to be exposed, where we got to hold everything accountable. Those white slave owners were sneaking out there in the slave quarters and having sex with them beautiful black slaves and them beautiful black COWs, prisoners of war, the POWs. The slave owners, the white man, he was sneaking out his house. I'm talking leave his old lady in the house. 3 in the morning, he's sneaking to the black people, the slaves and the POWs, and he dropping whole goddamn Johnson in them. He dropping Johnson in the female slaves every night. He having babies. Dropping whole Johnson in the goddamn slaves, man. And then when he would go out to buy new slaves, his wife, she had a Django come down in the house and drop Johnson in her every night. While her husband was out there in Virginia buying more slaves, taking care of the house. His wife, old Becky, she had Django dropping Johnson on her every night. I can't lie to you, man. When are we going to be real about this shit, B? When are we going to tell the truth? Dropping Johnson on her every night. We are at a point where this shit is comical, B. This shit is comical. White people, I suggest y'all come together. I suggest that y'all figure it out and y'all begin to tell the truth. Y'all was wrong what y'all did. Y'all need to pay black people out. There's no getting around it. Y'all are going deeper and deeper in the hole, and we not going to be able to save y'all. I'm going to give y'all some real ill game. The downloads have been downloading, and I'm going to give y'all some game. I'm going to give y'all some, matter of fact, I'm going to give you the game right now. White people, Y'all better fear China paying black people reparations. We're going to talk more about what they got going on. But imagine this. Imagine this, because this is war. This is war on the highest level. This is war. Yeah, I know you said what? I know that went over your head and under your bridge. Let me give you some game on that. We at war, right? So imagine China say, you know what? You know what, America? Check this out. We gonna pay every black American $150 million for reparations. America don't want to give y'all the money. China, we gonna give y'all $150 million apiece. Every black person in America. You think we gonna ride with y'all after that happen? White people. You think we gonna ride for America? And we already here. So if it's a war, I know what y'all think, but y'all don't really want war with us like that. Especially we get 100 million apiece. We'll take y'all ass to war. All that friendly, let's unite, let's kumbaya, let's forget the past. No, we get that 100 million and everything we remember about slavery, y'all hanging us from trees and all that, burning us on the, killing the babies, raping our women. It'll be a war. And let me tell you why I even say that, because I watch videos on the United Nations meetings. See, y'all don't know, a lot of y'all not up on the United Nations. That's why Malcolm X was assassinated, because he had planned on going to the United Nations and representing black people and suing America, the corporation, for what it did to black people. I'm just giving y'all some game, man. I'm just giving y'all some game, homie. This is facts. And when you watch these videos, when you look at the dialogue of the United Nations meetings, right? Anytime America tries to tell these other nations how to treat their people, anytime America says, hey, man, we don't like how you're treating the women over here, or we don't like how you're treating your civilians over there, these nations always bring up what America did to the Negro American. These nations always say, America, you can't tell us what to do with our people after what you did to Negro Americans, and you never paid them back. You never gave them reparations. You never fixed that. So I say all that to say these other nations see what they did to black people. They recognize what they did. They understand that we was done dirty over here in America. And I could only imagine China and Russia getting together. Imagine China and Russia, they already in bed with each other. Imagine if they really wanted to go to war with America and they said the first thing we gonna do is we gonna separate niggas from white people. We your only protection for real white. Listen, to my white counterparts, we are your only protection. And if China and Russia got together and Putin said, listen, we about to give all black people $150 million. What you think we gonna do with that? What you think? You think we gonna deny that? And we'll take y'all to war. And y'all don't want that. It's a small amount of Caucasian people that got guns and bullets and all that. But the majority of y'all do not want war. And all we ever did was pay us the money y'all owe us. Pay us our reparations. Do what's right. Y'all know what y'all did. Do what's right. Pay us what you owe us, and we ain't gonna have no more problems. Y'all keep saying, how do we fix this? We keep telling y'all, give us the goddamn money y'all owe us. Y'all owe each black American about $150 to $170 million. Figure it out. You think we gonna ride for y'all if China come up with that money? Yeah, I like that. You think we gonna ride? You think we coming to work? With China say, go ahead and pay them people 100 million. You think we coming to work tomorrow? You think we coming to we gonna do construction? You think we come and drive trucks? Nah, we gonna take that paper and we gonna start looking at y'all like motherfucking plates and food and all that. Hey man, Taekwon, I thought we were friends, Taekwon. Nah. Hey Taekwon, GMB TV, I thought we were. Nah. Not with 150 million in my account. We ain't cool, homie. Not with 150 M's. Crazy? Now I can get y'all have a problem. It don't matter. China, America. See, the beautiful thing about America, the beautiful thing about the Negro American FBA, Foundational Black Americans, the beautiful thing is that we know that it's us against everybody. Even you. See, now y'all want to be unified, my Caucasian. Now y'all want to be friends and all that. Now y'all want to, because it's looking grim out there. It's looking real. It's getting wicked out there for y'all. So now y'all want to, same thing with the Mexicans and the Latinos. Now y'all want to claim hip hop when it's cool. You know what I mean? Respectfully. So don't ever get it confused. That paper coming, don't call me in the morning. I'm not coming to work today. Big salute to the chat. Hey, yo. Hey, don't trip. I don't give y'all some game. Don't trip. You know what I mean? Hey, don't trip, yeah. Hey, why y'all? They don't like that shit. I'm like, yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm a war general. I would have already did that. I would have already got with Putin, and I would have said, listen, man, let's sit down. I got 4 trillion. I got 3 trillion. You know what I'm saying? I got 800. I got 1 trillion. You get 1 trillion. Let's put that in their hands. Let's get, because they already know who we are. Putin know who we are. They got paintings and they got portraits of black Jesuses and black Mother Marys out there in Russia. Russia know who we are, black people. Let me before we get back into this clip, right? Let me say this. If America was just full of white people, they didn't have no black people over here, just white people was in America, you think they wouldn't have dropped a bomb over here already? I mean, you know, you remember Hiroshima and all that, the atomic bomb, where white people blew up, women, children, elderly people, everybody, children, everybody died over there in Hiroshima. We are the only reason it ain't been a nuclear war, because America try to act like they don't know who we are, but the rest of the world know exactly who we are. Share, I appreciate that membership. Highly. The rest of the world know who we are. That's the only reason they ain't dropped the bomb over here. Trust me. Trust me, we, foundational black Americans. Big salute to the chat. Let's let this beautiful black lady talk real quick.
She's like, it didn't need to be this hard. What do you mean we didn't have to do it like this? And I started to empathize with her, but then in the back of my mind, I thought, girl, this isn't new.
Stay safe on the road with the 1000.
I hate when they do that. Yeah, for sure. Panther Jones, for sure. The downloads is downloading, my G. You got to understand. I'm a war general, so I already think like that. Those people are looking at America and they don't let us know it, but they saying black people ain't have nothing to do with Hiroshima. Black people don't got nothing to do with all the death and the destruction and all the war that's taking place all over the world. We the only nation that ain't took nobody to war. FBA people, foundational black Americans, we ain't took nobody to war. They understand that taking out America with us in it is against universal law. I'm trying to give you some game. Everybody outside of America understand that that harming black people. I'm not talking about Africans. I'm talking about FBA, foundational black Americans, American Negro farmers, is against universal law. And if you do that, right, you're going to fail. You're going to fall, your whole nation. So look at America with all the death and all the killing of black people, and look at where they are at right now. Look how America is like a sinking ship, only because they don't want to fix the foundation. They built this big ass mansion on a fucked up foundation. You can't build a house on a cracked foundation. It's gonna fall, my G. So what they gotta do, they gotta pay out the foundational black Americans. And because white people just don't want to do it, they rather fall, they rather lose a whole empire than to put black people in the position they supposed to be in. So me being a war general, I would have got with Russia and China, and I would have said, listen, man, we're going to put a couple of billion, a couple of trillion together, whatever it's going to take, and we going to give them reparations. They're going to ride with us. And then we're going to invade America. And guess what? When we invade America, we ain't going to have to worry about black people because they going to ride with us. So all the people that need to pay, white people, retribution for all the death all over the globe, you know, payback, revenge for all the wars, for all the children, for all the women that died senselessly. I would have invaded America already. I would have did that. But the first thing I would have did was got the black people out the way. Listen, I got 150 million for everybody in your household. You, your wife, every kid get 150 million if they black. You want to go to war? I take you to war, my friend. Yeah. Hey, look, Billy. Goddamn, Taquan, I thought we were cool, man. I gave you a job. And yeah, we ain't nothing. Nah, we ain't cool, nigga. Now with 150 million in the bank account. We ain't cool, Mr. Billy. Oh, Billy, you know your grandfather and all that? You know about the slaves? Did you know about slavery? Yeah, I didn't have any slaves, but your grandfather did. Pow. All the rape, all the killing. You think we gonna be friends when I got 150 million? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Chess at the highest level. Yeah. Hey, Panther. Yeah, the downloads, they download. I don't even call it meditation. It's the downloads download. The closer we get to 2030, 2031, the frequencies are high. Stop smoking for a couple of weeks. Stop drinking fast for a couple of days off this nasty poison food. And you'll be able to see very clearly, my G. It's war. They want to invade America. You think they lie to us. They tell us they don't have bombs that can reach American soil. That's a lie. They don't have the war. They don't have the technology. They don't have. That's a lie. They got some shit over there, especially in China. You think they don't? Yeah, they do. They could have been invaded America. This shit ain't, they think the borders is open. You think they couldn't have invaded America a long time ago? They can't invade America when we, black people, FBA, foundational black Americans, are still somehow riding with the oppressor. We're still somehow attached to the very lineage that was raping our great grandmothers, raping our great aunties and all that, having babies with the slaves, sneaking out there, buck breaking men. We still got a connection, but I know what the only disconnection is that moolah, the wealth gap, that paper, that grain, that mucilano, that mozzarella, that cheddar cheese and all that. 200 million of that, and we ain't friends no more. 200, 150 100 million. And we ain't friends no more, Billy. Hey, goddamn Bob, man, what's going on with him? We ain't friends no more now there, Bob. That's the kind of laugh I give them when that motherfucking money hit that account and they think we friends and yeah. Let that sink in. Think about that. We ain't friends, nigga. Your ancestors was killing my ancestors. Let's let this lady talk. Salute to the chat. Hit that like button, man.
And then I realized for quite some time, a lot of white people in this country, the issues that black people had, they thought they were just black people issues. When black people were spending 20% of their income on groceries, white people thought, oh, that's a black people problem. When black people had to work 2 jobs to make ends meet, white people thought, that's unfortunate. And now that the black people's problems have reached white people have hot tears. And they don't understand how it came to be this way. Now, this is one of the reasons why it's important in any country or any place to listen to those who are marginalized. Those people are kind of like a canary in the coal mine, letting you know, hey, we got some issues. You can't see it and maybe it's invisible to you, but they are on the way. I just saw a post where a young white woman is upset and crying because she's understanding how easy they have it in China, and she doesn't understand why, as Americans, we have to work so hard just to have so little. Racism would be the answer. So this all goes back to what they call drained pool politics. Once integration became the law of the land with cases like Brown v. Board, a lot of white people moved to get rid of public services and goods like swimming pools. And that meant they had fewer resources. They had fewer third places. And it was fine back in the day because they would just pay. They would pay to go to country clubs, which is why there's a proliferation of country clubs in this country right now. But they put all those kinds of things that used to be public services behind a paywall because then they could just say, well, you can't pay, or this is a private club. It doesn't matter if you can pay. We're not going to allow you in. It's our choice. It's not a public service. It's not a government-run thing. Just so black people wouldn't have access. But over time, the cost of these services rose higher and higher until most white people cannot afford them. But it's not just that. I mean, this idea goes all the way back to things like Social Security. Do you know white people refused to vote it through back during the New Deal until 2 groups of people were not eligible? Domestic labor, so that would be like maids, and agriculture workers who didn't own the land. So in other words, if you were a sharecropper, like most black people in the South, or a maid, like the women, you couldn't get Social Security. Once they put those provisions in, all of a sudden, they could have it all day long. White people in this country have always been obsessed with the idea of black people not having things. And that's why they're in the mess that they're in. It's kind of nice to be able to say what I want on here. The reason why countries, the Scandinavian ones, Denmark and Sweden and whatnot, have such great policies is in part because those countries are homogenous, or mostly so. And they're not trying to investigate who's benefiting from the free child care and the universal health care and all that. They are moving on. We could have a great standard of living in this country, but white people are so obsessed, so angry at the idea other people who are not white are going to have that same great standard of living. They would rather live in squalor. It's why the Affordable Health Care Act got gutted. The utter terror that people who don't look like you are going to be able to live decently. What you pay for. I mean, politicians have tried to convince white voters for years. This is in their interest. It was in their interest to not have to pay for these goods and services. And now you fell for it. They convinced you it was communist or socialist to have a decent standard of living, to have the taxes that you pay go to something other than endless war, to actually go towards the maintenance of the nation and making our lives better. But, I hope you enjoy it. Rather than letting everybody have a turn with the ball, you've decided to pop the ball and you're complaining, there's no ball, there's no ball. Indeed.
She said a handful right there. You know what I mean? Let's get to something else. She said a handful right there. Salute to that lady. And basically these things, it's so deep. It's just so deep because again, When I was growing up, we didn't really know these things. We didn't have access to this technology. We didn't have access to the information. The whole time, you know what I'm saying? Your school teacher, your doctor, people in your neighborhood, that you thought were nice to you, or you thought cared about you, or you thought was your friend, or you thought was working in your best interest as a young black kid, like your teacher, would go out and go to the polls and vote against the very things that helped us, like public access to pools, and they didn't want us to be in the same pool, so they voted against certain things that now made you have to pay for the pool. They understood we couldn't afford to pay for the pool, so now they get to have the pool, and we just don't get to get in, not because we're not because we're black, but because we simply can't afford it. You understand? And these things might take 100 years. It might take 80 years for it to really turn around. But that's what's happening. Now you can't afford it. See how that works? See how that works? You vote. You didn't want us to have access. You didn't want us to live the American dream so bad that the higher ups and the elites were slowly taking away your ability to obtain the American dream. And now the average white person cannot afford a home. The average white person is on, not even white, I'm talking Mexican, everything outside of black. Let me give y'all some game. Listen to this. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button, man.
That did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back? I have to pay back $27,000. You guys are taking away my sister's EBT, and she has to pay $27,000 back, okay?
Yeah, they took my food stamps. They are making me repay everything from the last year.
Now I'm gonna say something. That right there is that right there is I don't like that strand of dog fur right there. Now when I tell y'all that Sassoon shampoo and them Newport 100s, this is what I'm kind of referring to right here. Man, it smell like goddamn Marlboro Reds and menthol Marlboro Red pack. The cowboy killers right there, in that bun right there.
Do you know how much that is? The number is right here. $23,678. They want me to pay back.
Office, we had to conduct an investigation. And during our investigation, we did come across a few discrepancies in your application. It says, therefore, over the last 6 months, you received benefits that did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. You know how much I have to pay back? Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back? I have to pay back $27,000. Good thing is that they offer a payment plan, because where the f am I going to get $27,000 off of? And guess what? I'm not even going to pay it. Y'all have to prove to me. Where's the proof? This letter doesn't mean anything. Where's the proof? Show me the proof of what I was doing wrong.
Right? And there's so many people criticizing it. It's so crazy. Like, why would I need to work more for the food stamps that I'm getting? And so many people are criticizing how much I get. Like, I was actually being shorted, and I'm gonna get an increase next month, and I'm pregnant, so that's even more food stamps. So why is there a need for me to work if I can have all the food that I want and stay home? I don't really know what people don't understand about that, but I'm over here enjoying my food stamps and eating my steaks.
That motherfucker said she eating steak. She gonna eat steak tonight. Well, Trump said ain't no more goddamn Salisbury steak for you, ma'am. Trump said we gonna slow it down. No, we ain't having no Salisbury steak. And you look very well to do, as if you can get up and pull yourself up out of bootstraps and go to work. You gotta go to work, sweetheart. God bless America. God bless America. In the words of China Brim. Yeah, I said that. Salute the 050 the movement. I say, God bless America. Donald J. Trump has taken over office. And ma'am, each and every one of y'all look like you got a well-being body, like you can get up and you can go punch a clock somewhere. You can pay taxes in America, eating steaks and Salisbury steaks and all of that. They said, I'm going to eat my steaks and I'm going to have more babies. See again, y'all thought it was us. And we going to expose the truth. I don't know a black person that get food stamps. We don't qualify. You know what I could do with $1,500 worth of food stamps? Woo! I'm thinking about going to sign up for some food stamps my goddamn self. I want food. I pay taxes, and I feel the need to go get some food stamps. Hell wrong with these niggas, man. Y'all niggas crazy, nigga. Hey, man, all these women look like they could go to work. But see, when black people get food stamps, all of a sudden it's this thing, we lazy. I'm gonna let a little bit more of this play, man. Big salute to the chat. This shit nasty work, baby.
Attention.
Hold on. Shit is nasty work. Hey, I'm gonna go get some goddamn stamps, but I want to get stamps. I want Salisbury steak. I want yams. I want fried fish. I want whiting. I want collard green. I want the good. I want goddamn New York steak, strip steaks and all that. I want that. You know what I could do at Costco's with $1,500 worth of food stamps, boss? Do you know what I could do? I make a killing in Costco's. Go up in Costco's and get the spending money, not thinking twice, living life like it, not thinking twice. Get everything in the cart, take it to the cashier and swipe. I'ma live life. I'm not gonna think twice. I'ma fill up my cart and I'ma get to the cashier and swipe. With some food stamps. That's EBT right there, boy. Put everything in the cart. Everything. And you got to notice, it's all dog for. It ain't a black woman up here talking about it. And I'm sure I could find one. But I'm telling you that in these videos, it's all them people telling us about food stamps. I'm talking, boy, it's expensive. When the last time you went to the grocery store and goddamn filled up the refrigerator? You gonna spend $500, $600, $700. I want to give a goddamn high $500 at the least. God bless America.
Wanted this little crotch goblin or not was the minute that they took over the role of my baby daddy. That's the minute they took on the role of paying for my formula, of providing food in my house, and for that tax refund. Because the government is our baby daddy. We love baby daddy Uncle Sam. Thanks for all your help. You make it so we can eat. And I will be using any government assistance that I can because the government is my baby daddy. Yeah.
This individual.
Becky, I'm going to tell you something, Becky. You got the boy, that's nasty work. That's nasty work right there. I'm almost speechless. I'm sorry. I ain't never seen the dog for talk like that. Bitch said, baby daddy, Uncle Sam, but your ass need to go to jail. Hey, somebody need to do an investigation on that white lady. Oh, yeah. I ain't lied to you.
My
my sister's EBT, and she has to pay $27,000 back, okay? And she admitted that she will be giving me the other grandkids because she doesn't need them since she's not getting EBT, so I will be getting the EBT. Woo, woo. So I will be getting more EBT. She will have to go ahead and pay those $27,000. She says after she does pay that money back, she will try again to fight for custody for her grandbabies. So good luck, because it ain't gonna happen. I will have more proof that I'm able to keep those babies, that I take care of them, that I take them out more than you do. So good luck paying those $27,000. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but go ahead. And that means that they will increase my EBT more now. Is that what it is? To what, $37,000, whatever you were receiving? I don't know. I hope I get that, by the way. So yes, thank you. I will be picking up the other grandbabies soon.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, Marinko, Baratasa, Sovarinka. Oh, welcome to Grown Man Business TV. Cuatro, Somaraka, Barantos, Soritos. Cuatro, Serena, Baritos, Maracas, Asitos, Sarapa, Tarenta. Cuatro, Sarata. That shit sound good, don't it? Word. Salute everybody. You know what I'm saying? Salute everybody that's doing their shit. Salute everybody that's doing their thing. All I'm doing is exposing and just putting a light on the real narrative, the real story. You understand? So we don't no longer gotta attach, food stamps to black people. See, it's nothing wrong with getting food stamps. Get your money, boo-boo. But we not gonna act like Shaquana the only one getting food stamps. We not gonna act like Trina and Sexy Red the only one getting them food stamps, that's living off them food stamps and getting that EBT and he getting all that. All right? Now I want to take a hard left. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button, please. I need 200 likes in here. I don't want to do nothing else unless I got 200 likes, because we about to go deep and we about to really, really turn up about the dog fur. I don't do a lot talking about the dog fur. Lately, I've been going this way and I've been going that way, but I want to talk about the dog fur. Why do you talk about the dog fur, GMB TV? Why? I always thought it was right to expose that ain't hair right there. That's Neanderthal genetics. That's dog fur. That's a splice of the animal that was inside of the Neanderthal caveman. And the Neanderthal caveman came up out them Caucasus Mountains. And when he was in that cold weather of the Caucasus Mountains, he began to grow fur. So much fur that the wolves and the bears and the other animals thought that the Neanderthal caveman was an animal. And in a deeper winter, hibernation, other animals would come in those caves. They would lay up against the dog fur of the Neanderthal. They would rub dog fur together. They would keep warm. They would keep themselves warm. See? Pure dope. I know it sounds funny, but it's truth. The caveman, the Neanderthal, was so hairy that we didn't know. When we came and found and saw these cavemen, we called them beast. We said over there is the land of the beast. In Egypt and all over the world, they have hieroglyphics with the beast. A man with dog fur all over him. In America, we call them Sasquatch. You remember as a little kid, when your teacher told you it's a Bigfoot in the woods out there. Bigfoot, Sasquatch. They left out the part that Sasquatch, that's really Mr. Billy when he don't shave for 5 to 10 years. See if Billy don't shave, if he don't get a haircut for 5 to 10 years, you now have a Sasquatch on your hands. Oh, I just want to tell the truth. When you get Mr. Bob out there and he don't take a haircut, we don't show him nothing. He just grow his hair out. The fur turn, it's Sasquatch. It's dog fur on him. You working with a Bigfoot every time you go to work with them people. With that white man, that's Sasquatch. The beast. Now, hundreds of years later, right? We done showed these people, we done showed this Neanderthal how to groom. You know, the Moors, they taught Caucasians from the Caucasus Mountain how to groom. Europe was filthy when the Moors came to Europe. They didn't even know how to groom themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They was doing things with the animals. Bestiality. Because the animals saw and smelt that fur and they said, you must be an animal because I know what fur smell like, and that's dog fur that you got growing on you there, boss. See? See? You see what I'm saying? So the animals will migrate towards the Caucasian man because the dog fur, it got a scent to it. It stank. To the original man, to a human being, to man, that dog fur stank. But mankind, see, y'all are mankind. I'm sorry I have to tell you this. You guys are mankind. It's a reason why you call it mankind, because you kind of like a man, but you got that dog fur in you. That dog fur. Now, years later, right? The ancestors of these cavemen, they have the audacity to make jokes or speak on our actual hair. See, hair, it defies the laws of gravity. Dog fur is gonna lay down. Hair grows up. Dog fur lays down. Let me give you an example of things they say. I want to give you an example on why I grew up and began to call out the dog fur. Listen to this. Listen. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the chat.
I grew up in an extremely racist part of Louisiana. For instance, when I was in beauty school, going to one of my friend's house, and her mom asking me, like, does it gross you out to touch N-word's hair?
I was at a pool.
So white people been talking like this about black people for a long time. Let's let this run. I want to let this run. And I want y'all to just listen to these stories. White people have been doing this for a long time. So I never understood why y'all feel away when I talk about the dog fur, because y'all been calling us nappy-headed, N-words. You know, we got that nappy hair, that coarse. Huh? So when I get to calling out that dog fur, I don't know why it triggers you, but it's okay. It's okay. Shh. Let's listen to this. I want you to listen to this. You know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to get a grip on this right here. Big salute to the chat. Let's listen to this man right here.
I'm in an all-white space, and people don't realize that I'm mixed.
I hear racist stuff all the time. It's time to expose. One time I was with this group of white people, and the girls were talking about this girl who had jungle fever. And this white girl goes, "Isn't it a shame to see our race mixing with another? What's going to happen to our white purity?"
About the time that a hate group was started at my high school called the NHRA. I'll let you guys try and guess what that stood for. And my friends were curious as to why I was completely pissed off because I'm not full black.
I am Mexican, full-blooded. And one time I was dating this guy, and his grandpa just moved to a different house. And he said, yeah, I grew up over here. And I'm like, oh, did you? He's like, yeah, it's really different now. I'm like, how so? He's like, well, a lot of Mexicans and blacks live over here now.
I grew up in an extremely racist part of Louisiana. For instance, when I was in beauty school, going to one of my friend's house, and her mom asking me, like, does it gross you out to touch N-word's hair?
I was at a pool party one time and this guy asked me, what are you? And I was like, well, I'm mixed. And he asked me with what? And I was like, black and white. And he was like, so you're a half N-word. Then he like turned to his wife and his whole family and was like, guys, guess what? Cole's a half N-word. And like everybody's laughing.
There was another time where I was at a party and the only other black person there left early.
Now that right there is I don't like that kind of dog fur right there, boss. I don't know what you did or what kind of gel or what kind of mousse. Let me tell you something, because a lot of the time it's mousse. It's mousse. They got to put the mousse into the fur, you know what I'm saying? And splash it around, splash that fur around just a little bit so that the mousse, and it's just beautiful. But listen what they saying. But that right there, I don't know, boss. You got to use less mousse when you come to that there right there, boss.
Right after he left, one of the white dudes there proceeded to say the N-word. Not even in a song or anything, just said it out loud. When I confronted him about it, he said, what? He's not here anymore. Little did he know that I'm a double agent.
Right now, I look mixed because my hair is done, but normally.
Everybody be asking me, man.
And see, these people, in respect to these people, salute to them. These are mixed children that white people think that are white. So they do certain things around these people because they think that they're white, but really they're mixed. You know what I'm saying? So they call themselves double agents. This is some fire shit. They call themselves double agents. This shit is ill. This shit is ill. Word. Look at this shit right here. Word. This is right here.
White passing. If you worked in film before, you know like 11 hours is a normal day. A white passing Hispanic person had overheard one of the main actresses' distress cries to the director. Let's call the actress Biffany Babish. Miss Babish says, my feet hurt, it's time to wrap. One more take. Miss Babish says, okay, well then you're gonna pay for my medical bills. And this white Hispanic had the audacity to say, oh, I'm so glad we have Miss Babish to go ghetto on them. I said, ghetto? She said, yeah, black. Or talking about going to clean my car and another friend's mom saying, oh, you gotta go get the N-words to clean it. N-words are so good at cleaning cars. They know how to clean cars so good. N-words, they're so good at cleaning.
He's like, you don't want to live in a neighborhood that has a lot of Mexicans and blacks. And I said, you don't? Because why would you want to live in a neighborhood that has really good food and really awesome people? My boyfriend at the time didn't say anything. Thanks, Kyle.
There's another time where we were talking about an opposing basketball team. We were talking about why the team was so good, and somebody goes, they're only good because they let all the charity cases on the team. There were no white people on this team. I'm sure I'm not the only white passing person with you.
Hi.
They call it white passing. So I just wanted to kind of just give a quick synopsis on why I like to say and talk about dog fur. I don't think it's anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? When the fur get wet, it smell like a golden retriever. It smell like a Labrador. There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. And it's respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Salute to the chat. Yeah. Salute. Nah. Hey, let's engage the chat just a little bit. Emmanuel Vasquez. Okay, my friend, I talk to you. You talking to me. We have a conversation. Me and you. It's such an amazing thing with this technology and this information. Because there's no way we could be lazy if we built America. You know, we built the White House. We laid majority of the railroad tracks, right? I mean, we literally built America. And being as though your name is Emmanuel, I'm going to say you're maybe Latino or you're the Mexicano, you're somewhere under the umbrella of Mexicano. And if Mexicanos, if Mexicans, if they work so hard, why can't they just build Mexico? See, it's easy to come to a house that's already built and live in it and upgrade it and, repaint the house, redo the floors. It's easy to come into a house that's already built. But if y'all really was built like that, if y'all really was hard workers like that, why can't all the Mexicans go to New Mexico and build up New Mexico? Why? Y'all got two areas that got Mexicano name on it. New Mexico and the whole country of Mexico, and both of those areas is a shithole. You gotta be honest. I drove through New Mexico. It's a shithole. Y'all obviously don't want to be in Mexico, but y'all work. See, you gotta be real with yourself, Emmanuel. Are you Puerto Rican? What are you? Tell me in the chat what you are, and I can show you why we work harder than y'all. You from Puerto Rico? Why is Puerto Rico basically a shithole? Where you from? Haiti? You from Jamaica? Where you at? Wherever you from, you ran to America. A place that my ancestors built. So back in the day, you could get off on that back in the day. You could say, oh man, black people are lazy. And people would accept that narrative, right? You could say, oh man, black people, they got nappy hair. But now I can tell you, you got dog fur. Emmanuel, you definitely got that dog fur on you. I don't know what color it is. It's probably brunette. You might got that blonde dog fur, but guess what? It all smell like dog fur. I don't care. It all smell like a dog when the rain get on top of it. Emmanuel, yeah. No. Do you know that do you know that majority of the Native Americans are my people? Damn. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to school you people, to be able to give you the game. Oh, you thought all the Native Americans you talking about the $5 Indians? You don't know nothing about that though, do you? Oh, you talk about see, y'all thought that the $5 Indians was the Native Americans. Christopher Columbus told you. He told you. When he pulled up to the shores, it was people as dark as the Indians in India. That's where the people in India, he called the people over here Indians because we were as dark as people in India. Oh, that mean we was black, baby. You ever seen the Olmec statues they finding in the ground out there in Mexico with noses like this? I'm talking in Mexico. Y'all thought the Olmecs was some Mexican people or something, and they were black men. I got stat. You know what? You're already in the big house. I might just show you a statue of an Olmec. A black man that was in Mexico before you was in Mexico. Oh, I got all that type of shit around my house. Unlike these Caucasian women complaining about food stamps, I don't qualify. And I got statues of Olmecs around my house. I got Moors. They all over. You might be new to the channel. Just stay subscribed. If you ain't new to the channel, then you know. Woo. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So that's one reason why you should be over here. Not just Emmanuel, just people, period, because we can have these conversations and it's not a disrespect to you or your culture. But the only thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you respect our culture. See, it's never been any disrespect to your culture. It's always been a disrespect to my culture. White people, they act like they was born over here, respectfully. Y'all came over here on boats. Just like a lot of the Jamaicans, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Latinos, the Italians, y'all all came over here on boats. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen a slave ship? You ever seen a slave ship? They got dinosaurs and shit all in the museums. You ever seen a fully built, crafted slave ship? That's because the majority of them didn't make it to the Americas. We was already here. We was called prisoners of war. We was POWs. You know, they stole our farms. We went to war. They stole our land. We went to war. We became POWs. When the last time you seen a slave ship? Put a 1 in the chat if you ever seen a slave ship. In person. Put a 2 in the chat if you never seen one in person. Put a 2 in the chat if you never seen a slave ship in your life. Put a 2 in the chat if you never seen a slave ship in your life, B. They got you. See how they fooled you? Had you thinking, they got dinosaurs though. The motherfucking dinosaurs is 30,000 years old. They got Egypt. They got all of these mummies and these pharaohs. Oh, 12,000 year BC. Oh, these dinosaurs were in 25,000 year BC. Oh, this is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, look at this. This is a Stallion medallion. 25,048 BC. You feel me? But you ain't never seen a slave ship a day in your goddamn life. You ain't seen one slave ship. You ain't seen them reconstruct a slave ship that we could walk into and they could say, these are where they kept the slaves. That's where they laid down at. These are how they... Think about this. Think about this. They got these mysterious ships that would hold 300 black people in it, right? And the shit didn't even have an engine. That motherfucker ain't even have an engine on it. So do what you telling me. You got the crew, you got the captain, right? You got 300 Africans, right? You got food, you got water, you got clothes, you got material. And that motherfucker ain't got a steam engine? So you telling me the wind just blew you, motherfucker? You just sailed across. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop this shit, man. I don't want to do it. I'm sorry. I don't want to do it. The shit ain't have an engine on it. It just the wind blew it. The sails, they had sailboats. The sailboats flew them to America through the Transatlantic. You ain't never seen a slave ship a day in your fucking life. You think if they didn't have slave ships, they would have showed us the slave ship? These are the slave ships. Come on in, guys. We're at the Slave Ship Museum, and we have 14 slave ships right here. The Santa Maria and the St. Patrick and the Peter St. Patrick slave ship, where we were taking slaves from Africa and we was coming directly to America. And look over here, guys, and we got 13,000 seats for 300 slaves right here. They would lay down right here, and we would take them up to the top right there and show them the nice view at the top, and we would lay them on down right there. Come on, guys, come on. You ain't never seen one slave ship in your... I'm talking about in person. I seen dinosaurs in person. Oh, this is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Mr. GMB TV, we have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and his arms were this big because he would scrape at his peoples. He would get his... And I'm sorry to make fun of your history and shit. I'm sorry to like show how bogus that your history is, but I have no choice to download it, and I have no choice but to give you this pure dope. There's no other way around it, B. They lied to y'all. Let me tell you what happened. They had a couple of ships that tried to do what they was trying to do. But the transatlantic is such a rough path. There's no way for a sailboat to make it over that shit. So the majority of these ships crashed. The majority of these ships sunk. And they realized we're not going to be able to get to America. We got to go to the islands. There's some islands down there. And because we can't make it through the transatlantic, we'll be able to just go down to the island. The wind is going to blow us toward the island. So they had a ship, and maybe the ship had 80 people up there, right? 80 Africans. By the time these Africans made it to Haiti and Jamaica and, you know, these other miscellaneous islands, right? That 80 would be 20. 60 people done died. 60 Africans they had to throw in the water in the transatlantic. They threw them overboard. They were sick. They died. Now you got 20 Africans that are famished and fucking low nutrients, and they can't even make it to America for real. That's how they populated Jamaica. That's how they populated the West Indies. That's how they populated Haiti. That's why all of those people in those islands got such a dialect and an accent, and we don't. We was already in America. Now, mind you, every now and then they got to America with a couple of slaves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Kunta Kinte. If you remember, it's like Kunta Kinte, they had a couple of niggas barely made it on the ship. They got to America. They got 5 or 10 of these niggas that made it with them, and they sell them off. But it was never a time where they pulled up to American soil with hundreds and hundreds of slaves. It never happened like that, ever. The majority of the people that was here was already here. And now you got black slave women coming. You got black slave men coming occasionally. You know, we mixing with them. We fucking, you know, they putting them in with us. We breeding with them. Now we got a whole different congregation. But, you know, the majority, a lot of my, you know, we don't have no connection to the motherland. And the motherland ain't got no connection to us. My grandparents are from South Carolina, Geechee. My great-great-great-grandmother was born and raised in South Carolina. My grandmama did, her mother and her great-grandmother had nothing to do with slaves and shit. They didn't know nothing about that. My wife, her daddy, North Carolina. They ain't have nothing to do with slaves. His great-grandfather's North Carolina. Nigga want no slave. Niggas ain't had nothing to do with no Africans. You got to understand where you come from. You got to know what the deal is. Yeah, my grandma said her great-great-grandmother is from South Carolina. That's their heritage. They ain't, you know, my grandmama ain't tell me, well, you know, and my grandmama was like almost 100 years old. So if she's telling me about her great-grandmother, if she was from Africa, she would have been telling me, my great-grandmother was an African slave. That's 200-300 years of a generational time lapse right there. My genetics come from South Carolina. We ain't got nothing to do with Ghana, Kenya, South Johannesburg, and all that. Yeah, big salute to the chat. Yeah, South Carolina, man. Yeah. Salute Panther Jones. Yeah, it's a lot. They all come from them areas, B. That shit ain't have nothing to do with the $5 Indian that they done made y'all believe was all over America. Those type of Indians was out there in like North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa. You understand what I'm saying? Going towards like the Northwest, Nevada, you know what I'm saying? California. Those was a different type of Indian. But Louisiana, oh yeah, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, the Mississippi River, North Carolina, South Carolina, the Florida Seminoles was black people. I can't make this shit up, and I can only give you the game. The Florida Seminoles, the Seminoles in Florida was black people. Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, parts of Virginia, Jamestown and all that. When I was a child, they took us to Jamestown on vacation and field trips and all that. They didn't tell us that black people had this land before, you know, them Spaniards came over there. They try to make us think Jamestown was like some white people. Nah, it was black people that had that land, went to war and lost it. And I'm gonna end with this. If y'all were so powerful, how did they take your land? Well, they had already manipulated gunpowder from the Chinese people. This will be a whole nother live stream. Europeans, Spaniards, white people had already migrated over there to China. China was using gunpowder to do little tricks with their dragons and their parades and all that. And they was like just doing little tricks and they wasn't thinking nothing of it. You know, they was making firecrackers. You know, Chinese people, they was using this phenomenon called gunpowder to, you know, make smoke and fire come out the dragon's mouth because they worship and they pray and they you know, the dragon means something to their culture. But when you bring white people around, Caucasian people, the savage in them. So the whole time Chinese people are saying, you know, they doing parades and they making firecrackers with the gun. White people are saying, well, goddamn, bro. Hey, Billy, you see that stuff right there? What they call that? Gunpowder? Okay. Now imagine, no, listen to me. Hear me out there now, Billy. Imagine if we take that there gunpowder and put a bullet in front of it. Oh, man, we could knock down the goddamn elephant. The Chinese people is doing parades. They having a good time. They making sparkles, and they got this powder. If you lighted it, you know, like 4th of July. White people said, man, we cake that powder right there, put it inside a musket, blow your goddamn head off. Oh, Billy, you came up. Oh, shit. You think it'll work, Billy? Hey, excuse me, Ching Chong. Come here real fast, Ching Chong. Listen here. We got a couple of blankets for you. Would you mind giving us a couple of ounces of that gunpowder right there? Would you mind? I don't want much, but we got a couple of blankets for you. We got a couple of trinkets, and yeah, we can do some things. We got some dog fur for you if you like some dog fur. But if you wouldn't mind giving us 3-4 ounces of that gunpowder right there. And they turned that gunpowder to fucking shooting bullets in your ass. So when they came to America, we was doing things. We was going to war. We had slow things, but we ain't had no muskets. Imagine motherfucker come to your hood. You ain't never seen a gun. And he hop out the car and he pull a gun out and bust one of your homeboys in the ass with that gun. Imagine how you gonna feel. Imagine how scared you gonna be. Motherfucker hop out. Boom! Oh, shit! What? Y'all gonna scatter. Y'all gonna meet back up over at the village. Man, did you see what they did? Man, what was that? Man, I thought it was an arrow. I thought he hopped out and had a bow and arrow, but that won't no bow and arrow, man. Man, he blew his goddamn man. You see how it work? And when y'all ask us, oh, how did they take your land? Well, you got that gun. The Chinese people should have never gave you gunpowder. That's what ruined the world. That's what did it right there. When the China man gave you gas gunpowder, when you came out those Caucasus Mountains, changed the trajectory of the world. Motherfucker hopped out. Imagine this. We out there hunting, right? We got a gang of buffalo around this motherfucker, right? White man hop out the bushes and shoot down a whole damn buffalo right in front of, boom! Oh, shit! Oh, what's that? Motherfucker shoot up a little, boom! Oh, shoot! I'm talking about a big ass buffalo. I'm talking about lay his ass down too flat. What we do? You gonna take the land, boss? Hey, man, I seen him shoot down a buffalo with that little stick right there. The motherfucker, you talking about the stick? What is that he got in his hand? It looked like that's a bow and arrow? No, that ain't, I don't know what kind of stick that is, but it's a long stick. It's a long stick that he got in his hand. And he blew a buffalo down with that hoe. Blew a buffalo up. Listen to me. You know, it take 20 of us to get this buffalo down and kill it. He blew that motherfucker down. Split. Boom! Buffalo laid out. Buffalo don't know what hit him. He thought it was goddamn train. He laid his ass down. They skinned the buffalo and they go on about their business. That's gonna be a whole nother. That's gonna be a whole nother live stream. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna talk more about that. The Chinese people was over there dancing. They was doing parades. They was doing sparkles. They had their dragons flying in the air for Chinese New Year's and all that. The white man said, man, we could get 4-5 ounces of that there powder they got right there. We could take over the world. If we can get 4-5 ounces of that there gunpowder, what that powder is, if we can get some of that powder, I'll put a bullet in front of it. And we could take over the globe with that. The Chinaman didn't know what the hell they had. They didn't even know. See, we don't think like savages like that, but that Neanderthal, that Caucasus Mountain mentality, when you came out the Caucasus Mountains, it is what it is. Hey, yo, motherfucker say, if we can get 4-5 ounces of that there powder, whatever that powder is right there, if you don't mind it, they came over here. We said, well, goddamn, that little stick right there, he got a stick. That stick blew down an elephant, man. A whole buffalo. Not listen to me there, Lord. Listen to me. It wasn't just one buffalo. He shot down 5 buffaloes with that little stick right there. We not gonna fuck with you. We gonna give your ass the land there. 5 buffalo. Man, they shot down 5 buffaloes, man. They could only carry one, so we took some of the meat too. They didn't even know. We just went ahead and got some of the meat after they left. And we took 2 buffaloes with us. And this little stick right here, this little piece right here was what's in the buffalo. This right here, I don't know what they call it, a bullet. It's a bullet. That's what they call it, huh? I don't know what the hell, how did they, so you telling me he aimed that stick right there at the buffalo. And this little piece right here is what went inside the buffalo. And he blew down 5 buffaloes. We need to stay away from them white people. Yeah. Hopefully they don't come over here. Hopefully they don't come over here trying to get our land. Matter of fact, if they come over here, we gonna get Pocahontas. What's his name? John Smith. So how you doing, sir, Mr. John Smith? We got something for you. Don't please, Pocahontas, go over here and lay down with John Smith. Give him some of that. Give him some of that Indian yappa right there, because we don't want no smoke. You are beautiful. We got something for you, Mr. John Smith. Miss John Smith, hold on right here. Pocahontas, baby, let me talk to you. Come over here, let me talk to you now, little Pocahontas. Listen to me. John Smith right here, this white man, he got one of them sticks right there. We don't want. Go over to his tent. Show Mr. John Smith a good time. Would you do that? Thank you, ma'am. How you think John Smith start hitting off Pocahontas? You think they just casually started dating? Hell nah. Motherfucker John Smith came around that goddamn tree with one of them blowers. We don't know what it is. It's a blower. They call it they call it a gun. All we know is this blow. That motherfucker will blow down 5 buffaloes in 2 seconds. Boom! Motherfucker buffalo shoot. Motherfucker buffalo laid out. That's all we know. He came around the tree with that stick in his hand, and we don't want no problem. Miss Pocahontas, please. Somebody get Pocahontas over. Go grab Pocahontas. Yeah, tell her the chief one. I need to talk to her, please. Pocahontas, how you doing, baby? I know you was taking a shower. Listen to me. Hold on real fast. We got this, I think it's a pale man right here. And he got that stick right. It's a wand. We don't want him to aim that wand at us. Or that stick. He don't want it to blow at us. So go over there with him. And give him what he wants. Give him evil. Salute to the chat, man. We just bullshit. We just having fun, man. Salute to the chat. But yeah, that's how he got Pocahontas. He didn't get Pocahontas because he was cool like that. cause he had it like that. He had one of them little sticks in his hand right there. And my man said, my man right here, my chief war general, said that he saw that stick right there blow down 4 goddamn buffaloes in the goddamn plains over there and laid them out. And we don't want no smoke. That's how they took our land, all right? I wanted to just put that out there. That's how they took our land, because they fuck around and they came over here with them blowers. We was using bows and arrows at the time. We was using spears and bows and arrows. And the white man came over here with one of them goddamn muskets. He had a blow on him, and he was blowing shit down, and that's just how it go. Big bank take little bank. But we gonna get back. We gonna get it back. Hey, salute to the chat, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Listen, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest that you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. That raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. I'm gonna give you that pure dope, straight raw. No cut, no quinine, no baking soda. You know, none of that. No fentanyl. We not cutting this with nothing. We stepping on this with nothing. We not tapping on, we not doing nothing but giving you straight dope. Big salute to the chat. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, man, and we're gonna talk about why I got rid of my Instagram page. For right now, I'm not feeling Instagram, and I'm gonna talk about it. You know, since we already up here, you know, you just gotta understand something, man. It's a lot of people that's watching my channel. It's a lot of people that's in tune with Grown Man Business TV, and it's good and it's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's gifts and it's curses to everything. It's pros and it's cons to everything. And you know, I don't like. It's certain things I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got a lot of new people that's finding the channel, and if you gon' watch what I'm doing, if you gonna take what I'm doing and try to apply it to my life or try to make it this or make it that, I'm gonna make you come to my channel. I'm gonna make you come to Grown Man Business TV. You're not just gonna get to slide on my Instagram and think, nah, man, nah. I'm gonna control the narrative. And trust me, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. So if I say tell your girl, if I tell you to tell your girl, let you go through her phone, that's what I mean. I don't mean your wife. I mean, so I'm just saying, like, Instagram is a very fake place. It's a very fake place. And it's a reason why your favorite rappers, your favorite content creators, your favorite whoever, athletes, cannot come to YouTube and make a play for themselves. They cannot come to YouTube and get the same amount of followers and subscribers that they got on Instagram, because Instagram is a fake place. You don't need no charisma to be on Instagram. You don't need no personality. You don't need to know how to articulate yourself. All you got to do is take a picture, goddamn, put a filter on it, put a fake ass caption under it. It's a big difference over here in these YouTube streets. And I respect that. I actually like that. I like the fact that you not what you are on Instagram, on YouTube. Cause you ain't even got the charisma. You ain't got that. You ain't built like that. It's easy to do that picture shit. And have, you know, it's like junk food. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna talk more about that tomorrow. And we gonna stay in depth. You know, just went in on DJ Academics, man. Salute to everybody that's tapped into that. Really, I really went in on DJ Acadiddy. Yeah, I call him Mr. Acadiddy because he been out here acting a ditty. Yeah. So definitely had a good time with that. And now this live chat right here, this live stream right here is gonna do numbers. We doing great, amazing numbers, man. I don't believe the hype on IG. Come to Instagram. I mean, come to YouTube and do that. Come to YouTube and show me you can convert those 1 million subscribers. I mean, the 1 million followers to 1 million subscribers. This a whole different playing field over here. And people be like, you know, it is what it is, man. Yeah, salute, no doubt. Always a pleasure. So listen, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in, you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Gang. Matter of fact, hold on before I let y'all go. I ain't gonna let y'all go just yet. Salute to the chat. Show y'all something. Yeah, we'll do. You already know what we doing tonight. Ooh, wee. Look at that, go there. You already know how we giving it up. Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So listen, man, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Make sure you hit the like button, the notification. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you locked into the channel. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Gang.